Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about this knife and some muskrat love. This is my first Rough Rider muskrat, and I love it. Not only that, I've been wanting one of these. What do they call these? Desert foxes? Is that what they call them? Anyhow, I really dig the red and black micarta. Look at that. Really cool. But this is a particularly good example. A matter of fact, as I showed all of these in an unboxing, and I want to do individual reviews, but this is a really good example of a Rough Rider. See your muskrat blade. It looks more like a California clip blade to me. I'll explain that in the video, but it has to do with the length between this apex here in the end. And nice snap on these. So yeah, we're going to take a look at this and compare it maybe to a couple other ones. I love the muskrat pattern, but I don't have a lot of these. Just a heads up, I just got one. That'll be coming in a few days. All right, welcome back to the Fortified Castle. Hi to all my viewers. Bonjour, privet, guten tag, hola, ciao, konnichiwa, and good day to my foreign viewers. And yeah, I wanted to do an in-depth video on this because it is a really good knife. Its only real shortcoming was the scale here. You can see, you might be able to pick up it's not really, like, the color is not consistent, and that's because I've already tried to change the color of it. So initially it had, you could see like the tracks of this micarta in the scale. Never really seen that before, but it's supposed to be orange. And I just took an orange permanent marker, and I've already gone over this several times, and this is the first time that you really can't see the micarta tracks. And so I'll probably have to do it a few more times, but you can see the oranges matching here. There are places where it's a little heavier, so I'll probably have to, I don't know, rub on that a little, polish it, something to get the color more consistent. But it looks better than when I bought it, where you could see these micarta tracks underneath this scale. Really strange. But yeah, we're gonna take a look at this and maybe compare it to some other ones. All right, what you have here is an awesome knife, and it's 4 inches long. You have slant bolsters on here, pretty cool. You have some threads on here, pretty cool. And then you have some pinched bolsters here, kind of neat. And you have a little bit of everything. One of the things I like that Rough Rider does, the first time I saw this, really, I know they're not the first ones, but the first time I saw it was in Bark River Knives, and they put a liner in there. And that liner just sets off the color of the micarta. See that? See how that works? And it's just stunning. And I just love this red micarta anyhow. But yeah, really cool to have these liners. It doesn't take a lot. It's not very expensive. And why don't more companies do that? I don't know. But if you look down here, you see some really good back springs. No gapping to talk about. You see the corners here are really well formed. No bobbles. Really nice job on this knife. And let's open her up. Got nice half stops. It's a little proud here. Let me see if I can show you. It's not even like a 30 seconds. Remember, like, my videos are already enhanced, so it is magnified. So there's the blade. This blade seems to me to be more of a California clip blade than a muskrat blade, but we'll talk about that in a minute. You have a nice wedge, matchstick, very prominent matchstick pull right there. Let's listen. Bam! Man, I'm telling you, that's just nice. Look at the transitions on this knife. Absolutely fantastic craftsmanship. The way a knife should be made. Get your snap into the half. It doesn't like just slowly go in there, a little loose. That's tight. It's just the way it's supposed to be. Nice close them torsion on there. So here's the other one, more of the same. You can see the reverse Rough Rider logo there on them. And I probably should mention the model number. How about that? That'd be a good thing, wouldn't it, Mike? So there's the model number, RR 2302. I think that's what that is. Just 440 steel. This varies, they're just buying the cheapest steel they can to put in here, but it's razor sharp, and it is, right? So that's let's see. So there's your hair. Good old redneck test. Look at that consistency. Is that not fantastic? Wow. Really nice edge on there. Of course, I could sharpen it and make it better, but pretty good from the factory. This is a great knife. Wow. And I think it cost $19. I don't remember. I bought 5 of them, but I'm pretty sure that was around $19. So I'm singing the praises of Rough Rider here. This is a well-built knife, a good-looking knife, a functional knife, good action for a very affordable price. It's not always that way with Rough Rider. And just the fact, if you're going to put a half stop there, this should be flush. So they're not perfect, but it's pretty close. Cases will have this little tiny bit of lip here, sometimes more. So overall, not bad, and for the price, you just can't beat it. And man, I'm happy to have this knife. So, but again, I got 5 knives, and all of them were pretty good examples. So let's look at some other muskrats. Let me pull this blade out first. I don't know whether I can demonstrate this or not, but we're going to try. So here is a Schrade, and you can see a very long California clip. This is not a muskrat blade to me. So the difference is a muskrat blade had a very long, narrow profile geometry, and so about an inch from the start of the knife, usually before it started its clip. So these are more like California clips. The only difference is on this Schrade example here, you do have a very deep cut in the clip, and that presents this little sliver of a slicing blade right there that's both attractive and functional. And that's what a muskrat blade is known for, these thin, long clips that provide a very slender slicing blade. So here you can see it. I wonder if we could show these. So if you look at these two blades, they look really similar. Where the apex is right here is about where it is with the case. And so the difference is what I was trying to explain before. Look at the cut in the case clip right there, how it digs in, it goes a lot deeper. Oh man, there you go. So you see that? And that's the hallmark of a muskrat blade right there. This deep cut, this deep clip presents a very fine cutting, sharp cutting edge to it. And it differs from a California clip. California clip is a little thicker. And I'm not willing to say this is not a muskrat clip joint. It's just not a very good one. I will say that. And let's take one more example. Let's look at this Rosecraft. And again, this is a little different than vintage muskrat blades, but look at the dramatic difference between these two blades, where you have this deep clip right here, and here it's a lot more mild, almost like a drop point. And then right about here where the swedge is, that's when it dives down. And you could look at the differences there. And so this is a really nice clip blade. One of the things that make this look so dramatic is this swedge right here is very prominent, comes up to the apex, and it just makes it look very dramatic, doesn't it? Because it's cutting in. If this was not there, if the swedge wasn't there, this would not look as, the apex would not look as dramatic. So just great job by Andy Armstrong in creating a fantastic geometry for this muskrat. This is a muskrat. All of these are. And there you go right there with the spades. Ooh, on black. Yeah, the ace of spades, baby. Nice square bolsters. Very dramatic looking knife here. Deep serpentine pattern. Look at that pattern. And let's look at it compared to the one we're trying to compare. I'm getting carried away here. So a much gentler curve here and a much more dramatic curve on this knife. You can see it right there pretty good. But overall, a really good representation of a muskrat blade. Probably this is one of my favorite patterns. Not my favorite, but one of my favorites. And probably one of the most underrated knives in the slip joint community. These things are just fantastic. It's an opposite end jack, and you could argue that it's more helpful to have like a pin blade on this end. There's a lot of examples of that, of opposite end jacks that have a pin blade, and you might think that's more functional, and it may be, but it's kind of nice and kind of unique to have two of the same blades. If this blade is so fantastic, why not have two of them, right? Just a thought. Do you like muskrat patterns? I do. We'll see you in the next video.